on, so I'm assuming it is.
Okay, I'm live. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Yes, it is not a Tuesday. Also, we're not on time. I am coming to you live from Klamath Falls, Oregon. And this mic, which I have for the work trip that I'm on, is what we're going to be using. So it feels a bit like I'm hosting a weird hotel room talk show today. Um, for reasons, the best food options that we could find that we could get to that are open on a Monday in K Falls, which it turns out not a lot is open on Mondays, was Taco Bell as far as vegetarian options. So this is going to be Taco Bell and Talking Transit today instead of Talking Dough and Eating Donuts. There is vegan donuts in Klamath Falls, but they are not open on Mondays. It turns out a lot of things are not open on Mondays in this part of Oregon. But it's lovely to see you all. And can you actually tell me if you can see and hear me so I can see it in the chat? Because Aaron, who I think could pop in very briefly, if Aaron wants to use this as a cue, is Aaron is like controlling this all from our home studio. So yeah, we'll find out how this works. Yeah, David, it is a different aesthetic. I guess that means that you can see and hear me. Also, I have a special guest who I think will pop in for a second. That's Prox. That's my coworker who is a friend that's on this weird trip with me. So I mentioned it. If you are normally on the live stream, you definitely know. Yes, that hand. Oh, since we're using Zoom as the interface, you just made like a thumbs up pop up. Oh look, there's a lot of people here. This is great. Quite a few people can see and hear me. The view is very pretty outside. So this is I'm going to tell you where I am because I'm going to be leaving extremely soon. So I don't think y'all are going to be able to get to Southern Oregon to stalk me by now. This is Klamath Falls, Oregon, which is in Southern Oregon. This is not Klamath Lake, but it's one of the many lakes in the Klamath Falls area. If you are a national park buff, even if you're Oregonians know what Klamath Falls is, but if you don't know Oregon geography, you would be forgiven not knowing where Klamath Falls is. But it is very close to Crater Lake National Park, which is truly gorgeous. Unfortunately, there is no transit to Crater Lake National Park anymore. There used to be. ADHD Queen says, just got home from work and noticed you were on. Yay. Yeah, I am streaming later than normal and on a different day. We will be on a bus tomorrow. And we are going to a part of the state where I do not think there will be decent reception for doing a live stream. So today lined up better for it. So it's eating tacos and talking transit. Although it looks like my one, which I ordered with no cheese, they put some cheese in, which I'm very annoyed about. So I'm gonna have to pick some cheese off, but luckily it's Taco Bell, so the cheese is very wimpy. I also ordered a black bean crunch wrap supreme. So really hoping it doesn't have any cheese in it. But yes, look at this beautiful establishment.
It smells delicious, though.
It smells like Taco Bell. I don't know if that's delicious or not.
Anything can smell delicious when you're hungry.
Yeah, I guess so. But it is going to be hard to eat and hold this mic, so we're going to have to kind of figure that out. I guess the fact that Aaron did not interrupt this broadcast to pop in and say hi means either he wasn't listening or he can't do that. I'm assuming he can, though, because we're running it all from Zoom. So
I am here.
Oh, Aaron is here. Oh, what a crazy setup. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like Inception here over here. I haven't actually eaten Taco Bell in over a decade, but I am tempted. So this this is not because I'm like a super fan of Taco Bell, but it is a reliable vegetarian staple when it comes to vegetarian food. And I will say that just Klamath Falls is it's not the worst place I've been for vegetarian food, but I wouldn't say that it has abundant local restaurants. There's kind of like for every nationality that typically has a restaurant in an American city, there's one of each one. So there's two Mexican restaurants though, but neither of them looked even. Why are there balloons? Zoom, why do you do this? It didn't pick up your thing is that. Why doesn't it like make a lake thing on the screen when there's a lake? It is a dramatic way to pop in. Yeah. Should we have a mukbang? I don't have another chair for you, so
I like seeing things from the side. I'm behind the camera, which is how I prefer.
yeah.
to go.
Prox is a video producer at my day job, and this trip that we're on, because we have a lot of people who don't normally make the Tuesday live streams, I don't know how many of you know this, but I am on a 14-day transit trip to go all over the state to 3 of the 4 corners of the state by public transit. And that is fairly notable. If you live in an East Coast state or a small European country, you may not realize how hard it is to get around Oregon. But altogether, we're taking more than 30 buses. 30 was like the bare minimum. So 30 buses, 18 transit agencies, 1 train. But actually, we're up to 3 trains but 2 of them are light rails because of the max. If you count the max, yeah. But we started in the Dalles.
You want to tell them about how you rode a dragon?
I did ride a dragon. What I will have to say is that you're going to have to follow Stop Requested, which is the name of the series, on OPB's Instagram if you want to find out how a dragon and a frog were involved in our transit journey.
What was the thing I sat on to take that video?
Wait, why would that be Apple? Why is Apple making things? It must be Zoom because we're using Zoom as the interface. Wait, what did you say?
What was the thing I sat on to take that video? Some bull?
No, it was a bison.
Oh, bison.
We also learned that a bison is not a very ergonomic way to shoot video,
Oh, not at all.
even if the bison isn't moving.
I clung on to my,
Has anybody figured out what's going on yet? Or are we just more and more confusing you about dragons and bison? Some McDonald's have donuts, but I sincerely doubt any of the McDonald's have a vegan donut. So yeah, there's a lot happening. I think we're gonna see sunset-ish. But the thing is, one of the reasons why the Taco Bell was happening is that it is quite cold in Klamath Falls. And it just had a cold snap. Like it was like 83 last week, according to all the locals I chatted with. And it was like 46 this morning. So I don't think there's any Europeans on this because we're 2 hours later than normal. So it's 1 in the morning in Europe. But for the non-Americans, that's like, 46 is like 22 and 83 is like 31. So yeah, anyway, it's a big range in temperatures. That's very rough. I did that in my head. So ooh, David has decided to take a vacation and stay at a hotel next to a railway museum. Which museum? Are you not going to reveal it to us? I'm curious if I've been there. I am not near Enchanted Village, but I do want to tell you that I have been near Enchanted Village, but the Enchanted Village is not where the frog or the dragon was. But we have gone a lot of places and we still have.
We've done some top secret stuff.
We've done some top secret stuff. I mean, we're also just being vague about where we're going next so that creeps don't find out where we're at and then try to follow us on our very slow journey by public transit. Because if you had any other method of getting around rather than rural bus systems that run once a day, you could probably beat us if you were really determined. So
Choice.
I have not been to the Georgia State Railroad Museum, so I'm curious for your review. There is a little, I thought that there would be like an actual steam museum here in Klamath Falls, but unfortunately, there's just a steam engine, which is very cute, but not great. I mean, it's like I thought there would be like more stuff and more exhibits because the railroad is like super important to Klamath Falls because a lot of the industry was logging for a really long time. Now Klamath Falls they have an air reserve base here, and they now have some sort of new jets, something like that, that are very exciting to people that are into planes. Train wise, there is a train in and a train out every day, and it's the Coast Starlight. That's the only passenger rail. They have quite a lot of BSNF and UP rail, but it's almost all logging and other cargo. The train gets in at like 10 at night. It was only like a couple minutes late, which is really good for the Coast Starlight. If you know anything about historic on time performances for the Coast Starlight, it was like 40 minutes picking us up, but it made up the rest of the time in the route. Um, but it still meant that we got in when it was like dark and cold at 10 p.m. And we have very heavy backpacks because we were like carrying all of this equipment, and we couldn't really do rolly bags because of the terrain that we're going to on a bunch of this trip. As we talked about when I ordered a new backpack, I am very happy with the backpack, but I will not say that it's like the most comfortable thing when it's fully loaded to carry around. So ADHD Queen says top secret. But you're never gonna find out or know what it is. I guess we could like attempt to explain it later. But yeah, it's the top secret thing is for a very specific group of people. So, but Prox is very excited about it because she's masterminding this whole thing.
Great.
David says, I picked my vacation spot based on the cheapest places JetBlue was offering $69 fares last week. I'm so jealous that you get those $69 fares being able to fly out of big East Coast airports. We never have those. I guess we do have Alaska fare sales, but then they only go to places I've been a bunch, so I'm less excited about that.
Hey, that's it.
I realize that this is my own personal frustration about it. Yeah, I was chatting. Earlier today, I went up to the ice skating rink that's like slightly outside of town, and it's like this rich people retirement community, but it's not technically a retirement community. I guess they have some like younger demographics there now. And I was chatting with a ladies' coffee club of like retired ladies that were all meeting up for their morning coffee and chatter. They were talking about estate planning, all sorts of exciting things, and making slightly bawdy jokes. And the the thing that was like very interesting about it was that they were talking about getting to the Medford airport because I told them I was doing this transit trip, and they're like, oh yeah, I take transit to the Medford airport. And I really think of the Medford airport as an airport that makes it very hard to get anywhere, but it's like the only airport in Southern Oregon. So David says, I have 2 months to figure out what to do. You'll be fine. You don't want to fly to like Ireland? I'm glad the equipment management is going okay. I mean, is it going okay? I am holding a microphone this entire live stream, but I guess the audio quality is better. I tried to just use the phone mic, and I got a resolute no, do not do that. Oh, yes. Aaron is going to run upstairs to grab a donut. I will still be able to hear you when I run upstairs because Aaron's running up from the studio to our place. Aaron got a donut, so it's still talking down eating donuts. And Aaron got a pretty ridiculous donut. I think it's time to eat this Taco Bell. How about people tell me what exciting thing happened to them this week in the chat while I attempt to eat this Taco Bell so that we're talking transit. Okay. They did appear to not put cheese in the Crunchwrap Supreme film. Is my mic clipping? Oh, you're asking why don't I have a clippy mic? I actually do have a Rode mic that connects to the phone, but I don't think we can use it on an audio interface for the live streaming. It's complicated how we've got this, but this is actually running off my Zoom recorder, which is what I use for audio journalism. So no, remember, I needed to not bring everything. Talking Joe and eating donuts with special guest eater Aaron and special guest eater Prack Rudy.
Am I eating too? Or can I?
You don't have to eat. I will say this is getting cold, so you might want to eat it. Is this ASMR when I eat the Crunchwrap Supreme next to the mic? Is this good or bad? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Well, David, that's why I was saying you only want to fly to Ireland if your boss puts the bill. That's why I was like, why wouldn't you just fly with the airline you work for? Ooh. ADHD queen graduated physical therapy for my arm, and all my massage clients today tipped in cash. Nice. Do you do something special with cash tips? Like, do you treat them differently? One thing I talk about a lot, um, one thing I talk about a lot when I teach workshops is that a lot of people will treat cash as though like it's very precious. And when they use like cash budgeting methods, they like never want to break a 20. And then I feel like there's people who fall in another camp, which are people for which cash doesn't feel real. It's like who credit feels real for versus who cash feels real for. And I'm totally in the camp where I think it's like years of getting paid in cash at various like service jobs where I just kind of treated cash as like my fun money. I try to never have cash now because I swear it grows legs and walks out of my pocket. So I'm not tempted to spend it if I don't have it. But I needed to have cash on this trip because we're taking a bunch of transit agencies that are cash only. We're also in like a lot of small towns where they like charge you money if you don't pay in cash. So, and
Needed by earrings.
yeah, but I could have done that on credit. I mostly did pay on. I did pay in credit for all the earrings. The other I did pay for the dragon in cash. No further clarification given. Yeah, David, I understand that. That's why I was kind of joking about going to Ireland. That does sound like it would be work. ADHD Queen says the cash is my fun money. Do you track it for like tax purposes and then take the money out of the tax tips out of a different category? I knew a lot of tattoo artists that their cash would just immediately all of their cash tips would immediately go in a box, and that was their tax plan, which isn't really the best way to do your taxes, but I always thought it was funny. John says, my big thing this week, I've still never eaten at Taco Bell. Well, here's what I'll tell you about Taco Bell. They're very committed to being vegetarian friendly fast food. And you can find them almost anywhere in America, including in small towns. I actually was concerned about doing this in Klamath Falls because Klamath Falls is technically a small city. And I was like, I don't think we should use our Taco Bell card in a town that actually does. Like, there is even a fully vegan restaurant in Klamath Falls, which there will not be in some of the other places we're going. David says, I have $2 bills in my wallet for fun. See, my problem is the $2 bill is rare enough. I would never want to break it. The ADHD Queen says, I know nothing about audio stuff. I am 100% certain you know what you're doing. Do I know what I'm doing? I heard some like crinkling, and I'm trying to figure out if that's a donut review coming.
Donut review is coming shortly.
The donut review is on the way. B says, I'm suddenly looking up flights to Ireland, and it's driving me mad thinking about I've paid twice as much flying to California in the past. I mean, it drives me mad existentially anytime I think about how little we pay for flying when we should be paying a lot more. But that's also how I feel about driving. Where I personally don't want to pay more, but at the same time, from a climate perspective, we should all probably be getting charged a lot more. Oh, David bought a second 3D printer on clearance because the one I like couldn't print an entire keyboard. Are you getting more keyboards, David? Because that's way too many. I have never ever eaten Taco Bell. I've been boycotting them since they displaced Mick Michaels, the disenfranchised Arthur Treacher's fish and chips. I mean, that's fair. It's not like Taco Bell is a frequent thing. I think I probably haven't eaten. I've eaten Taco Bell like once or twice in the past like decade, but I like knowing that they're there. I am still waiting for them to have the vegan Crunchwrap Supreme with like the vegan nacho cheese because they trialed it in a couple other cities, and I really want to do like an audio story where me and one of our food reporters go get it, but we're gonna get it like in the middle of the night shortly before I start my shift. I have a vision for how the audio story is going to work. The new Taco Bell CEO worked at Nike, which, if people don't know, is like a Portland area company. Their headquarters in Portland. He worked at Nike for a really long time, and he's like a complete Portland nerd. And now Taco Bell's been doing all these collabs with these like iconic Portland brands, including this hot sauce that I love so much that's like only known to Portlanders. And they did a collab with them with Secret Aardvark hot sauce, if the Portlanders know what it is, that like now is in all of these Taco Bells. And it's just because the new CEO is like a Portland one. They even like collaborated with Wildfang, which is like a lesbian clothing brand. So yeah. Yeah, Aaron is going to do a donut review like a remote correspondent. I think that's the plan. Oh, oh my gosh, I see a whole donut is coming.
Donut review.
You need to play the intro. Do you not have it on this card?
I might. Let's see if this works. That did not work.
I'll sing it for you. Talking dough and eating donuts.
I think they heard it. They just didn't see it.
Oh.
Okay, here I am to explain the donut. This is what do they
Wait,
call it?
I need to introduce you like you're a special correspondent.
Oh yeah.
And now coming live to us from Portland, Oregon, from the Talking Dough and Eating Donuts headquarters, we have special donut correspondent Aaron PK.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. This is they call it a breakfast sandwich donut, I think. It's the seasonal savory donut. But it's really important that I show you it sideways. And actually, I should get a close up because this is just too weird. Maybe I can do it. Do it like this. Yeah, this is. I see a vegan egg patty, vegan bacon. Oh, bacon, lettuce, tomato. That's what it was. Lettuce, tomato, vegan bacon, vegan cheese, vegan egg patty. So, a lot going on.
That's like a $7 donut, isn't it?
Yes. It is.
I'm very curious to see what you think about it.
Okay. Oh, wow. That is a lot.
Oh, wow, is our current review.
There's a lot going on there. I'm trying to process all the flavors. I feel like
Is
whatever
it
the
too many flavors?
It kind of is. I feel like the ham flavor is really just a lot. It's not my favorite flavor.
What is the ham like made of?
that was
Is it
an
like a
interesting
soy
question.
protein?
It's like where's the oh my god, what button am I pushing?
I think it is a plain donut, but it's not cake. It's a raised donut. Mike. Also, it's lovely to see you.
This is the ham. I mean, it's good texture.
Wait, I can't see it. It's just like, okay.
What happened?
No, I was just trying to see, like, try to see it in your donut, but it was hard to
Oh.
see because of the
Let's-
angle.
Let's try this one. It's this one.
Oh, that's really hammy. I didn't
Yeah.
expect it to look so realistic.
I know, right? It's like weird.
I mean, that also looks realistic to a lifelong vegetarian, so I might not be a very good judge of what realistic ham is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a plain donut.
Mhm.
I'm very eager to know your review.
Hmm.
B says it's a really photogenic donut sandwich for something I assume he bought hours ago.
True.
Yeah, I can't decide if that would be better cold or hot because like you want the insides to be cold, but I feel like you would want the donut to be hot.
It's okay at room temperature.
Newbold One asked if the Klamath Falls was really a boba tea falls. Okay, I have sad news about the boba. I ordered boba and we door dashed it because meetings, but also the distance that it all the stuff is like in a shopping mall that is like kind of hard to get to. And we I got boba and I ordered tapioca pearls in it and it didn't come. So I just have like almond milk tea, which is like I wouldn't have paid for that to be door dashed. That's my review. But what was worth getting door dashed was Taco Bell. Weirdly enough, that was actually surprisingly good.
I don't. This is not as good as a lot of their other donuts. I feel like maybe it's just I don't know what it's trying to be. I have no association with eating the meat version of this.
Do you like it?
It's food. It's good.
It's food. Oh, it's good. Okay. Because I just heard it's food, and I was like, that's not a resounding review.
It's not a resounding review. It's fine. It doesn't need to be a donut. It's a sandwich.
I feel like that's how all the savory reviews end up every time.
I disagree. I think some of the savory donuts have been amazing and like great, really novel. This is just not doing it for me.
Yeah. John, I agree that I am also disappointed that the door dashing isn't via public transit on this trip. To be fair, I've done all of our other trips on transit, and we didn't take a taxi last night because there is no Uber and Lyft in this town, and there is one taxi, and it was already occupied, so we walked from the train station at 10 p.m. But yes, meetings.
Lots of meetings.
Partially because Prax decided to take meetings despite being on a 14-day work trip with no break.
Story of my life.
Well, that was a choice that you made.
Well, clearly, I make choices.
I hope the mic can pull that up because this is a really directional mic. Donut, stay in your lane. Okay, Aaron, I'm sorry. I got distracted during your review.
Yeah, it's I think it's well, should I finish it before I give it stars? I don't have your stars loaded up here anyway.
You don't have to finish it if you don't want to finish it.
I will eat it all. It's food. It's dinner. It's also my dinner tonight. But like I don't know. I just feel like
so your dinner is about as nutritious as our dinner.
Yeah.
Of Taco Bell and cinnamon twists.
I am disappointed.
Its calories is not exactly a ringing endorsement, gotta say. Yes, I agree with Newbold 1.
Yeah.
A donut with an identity crisis.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Rock says thank you. Okay, Aaron, I think I'm hearing 2 or 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah. I think it's definitely not 1 because it's edible. It's good. It's like it tastes fine. All the ingredients are good individually. I think I just don't understand what it's going for as a whole. So it's not a 1. I think it's better than a 2 because a 2 is like disappointing, right? So I'm gonna go with a 3.
Yeah. A 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I will say. You sound disappointed.
I am disappointed.
So I think it might be disappointing.
So 2, okay, I will downgrade to a 2.
You want to do 2.5 out of 5? Would that make you feel better?
That would make me feel better. I
Okay,
don't have the graphics for it
out of
anyway,
5.
so I...
Yeah, we have to do it with our hands. I'll put 2 up, and you put... Wait, that's it.
Oh my god.
Why is it doing that?
It's the new
I don't understand,
thing.
like, when it decides to do that.
Mine's not going to do.
That is a good question. Does Aaron need to update the donut log too? Does it count if Aaron is the only one that eats a donut?
I did not take a picture of it.
Is it an Oh My Dollar collective donut log, or is it a me specific donut log?
You're setting precedent here for other guests you might have in the future too. So keep that.
I know. I was bearing witness to it, and it was on Talking Dough and Eating Donuts. So I think this might have to go in the donut log. I'm getting a side nod here from our off-screen special guest. We really have a lot more guests than we normally have in a live stream today. You know, if I turn on this mic, then we'll pick you up. ADHD Queen says, Aaron, trash it and have some nachos. I feel like you can't eat one of those donuts and then also eat nachos. Like, there's not enough physical room.
Yeah.
Also, nachos take like an hour to make.
Mm-hmm.
Great questions for our times. I agree. The existential question of whose donut log is the donut log. Aaron, do you need to go up and get the donut log?
Oh, I guess I do, huh? Okay.
But you'd have to print a photo too.
I forgot to take a photo. I'll have to screen grab
I
from
almost
your
thought
live
about
stream.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes you eat the donut without Aaron and you log that too, so it seems only fair. I guess this is also Aaron's show, so I mean, it's Aaron's show because Aaron makes all of this background stuff happen.
I will go
if
get
the kittens
donut
eat
log.
the donut, then is it because the kittens? It is the kittens show as well. One log to rule them all. Okay. David, why are you opening up your dining room table for the first time in at least a decade? Are you hosting people, or are you just for fun to make sure it still works? Wait, you can hear the balloons? Oh no, you can hear Prox off. Okay, well, that's great. They can hear you. The mic is picking you up.
Oh, fantastic.
This is like quite a directional mic, so I didn't think it would pick you up, but I vote for starting a new sandwich log. No. One log is enough. We go through the donut log at a fast enough rate. Oh, you're hosting a printer? Right, because you said you got a new 3D printer. It's like hosting a family holiday, but it's a 3D printer.
Hey, 3D printers. It's family.
Yes, it is family. Does Aaron have executive producer credit? I think Aaron has executive producer credit. I mean, executive producers provide the money for equipment in film, and almost all of the equipment that I use in filming comes from executive producer Aaron. So I think Aaron is an executive producer. Oh, that's extremely New York, David, to have a thing that looks like a desk but unfolds into a table. That's pretty cool. Also, that sounds very practical. All right, y'all. So I will say we can't go terribly long with this live stream because Prox has to use the computer we're using for this live stream to edit a video for work.
Do some top secret.
Is this the top? I mean, is everything top secret now?
Probably. I don't know.
When Prox said that she was going to start editing at 7:30, I was like, that seems like a bad idea. But not everybody exists on my schedule. So, and we don't have a super early start time tomorrow.
Oh,
we had like
yeah.
2 days in a row of really fairly,
Early start times.
yeah, which was still sleeping in for me both of those
So
days.
if you see me tomorrow eating breakfast and also editing on your laptop,
Yeah.
know that I haven't slept all night.
Oh no, don't do that. Because we have too much content to film tomorrow to have you falling asleep on your feet.
It's 4 hours of travel.
Drink a lot of water before we go to our next location
Why?
because the water there is not good.
Oh God. Oh.
New Bold One says, hello, videographer, most professional.
Thank you. I wish people thought of me that way all the time. But
Well,
I
it's
also do something very chaotic all the time. So
well, but it's true. You are literally a professional videographer.
thank you.
I mean, it's not like we're making it up. That is the definition of it.
True.
I just got a note that said set up professional audio in audio settings that like popped up on the screen. And I can't tell if it's because we were blowing out the mic or it heard us say professional videographer and decided to tell us that that it was like audiography. Yes, she is not a disembodied voice or a ventriloquist trick. Yes, getting sleep and hydrating would be good.
Difficult task, but I will try.
I mean, if you didn't attend meetings, you could have edited during the day today. Okay, that's fair.
Funnier and more memey in the night because that's when I generally.
It's the circadian rhythm of editing social media videos. You have to be at your peak memeable.
And I think that only happens around like midnight. Like it's a little werewolf that emerges within.
It's
like
the meme wolf. We will say that like all of the places we've been at in Oregon have been like super foggy this week. And it has had very strong twilight vibes. Like which is, I mean, it takes place in the Pacific Northwest and part of it was filmed on the Oregon coast. So it makes sense that we were having very strong twilight vibes, but like I swear we could have gotten tons of B-roll that could have been plopped into any Twilight movie. And it is kind of funny because we're filming about public transit. So it's like kind of a weirdly, I mean, it's a pretty wonky subject. Rural public transit is a wonky subject. We're trying to make it fun. But
I mean, every time I look at the moon, I just howl.
Yes, this is true. I would like to note as we were walking through a strange town at 10:30 last night, coming from the train through a weird industrial area, Prox was howling at the moon, and I was like, someone is going to call the cops on us. Like, someone is going to be like, two tiny people with giant backpacks are howling at the moon in our small town. But that was the meme energy coming out because it was nighttime. I see.
The clouds, the fog, all of that.
Yes. Mike says, remind us the link to follow your transit adventure. So you cannot follow it in real time. Although, Mike, you know me in person, so just DM me and I can send you our private Insta. But because we do have a Finsta for following it in real time. However, this is a series of OPB videos. So it's at OPB photo on Instagram, at OPB photo. And it will be on air on Oregon Public Broadcasting and on opb.org when it comes out. So I'll be doing a QA with on my normal show, Weekend Edition, this weekend because I will not be hosting it. I did request Jack, my producer for my show. He was doing both sides of the board like we do when we're off when one of us is off. And he started the 5 a.m. hour by saying that Lillian Carebake is away when he said he was covering for me. And I texted him, I was like, I think you should do more and more unhinged reasons why I'm away each hour. Just slowly, like the next hour, say Lillian is away on a special assignment. Then special assignment fighting dragons. I don't know. Like just make it a little weirder and say it in the NPR tone of voice. So only if people are listening closely will they notice.
Curiosity, are you allowed to be a little bit off script that way?
I mean, I write my scripts, so is it off script if I write it?
No, but are you allowed to be on air that way?
I can be a little bit. It's within context. Like our my the director of like talk, he's very like, we want you to be humans. We don't want you to be like weird NPR robots. And I think it's like more fun to listen to radio when the personalities have personalities. What a concept. But yeah, I mean, there's also like a line between when you're hosting versus when you're reading the news. So reading the news, no, like we are straight dry when we're reading the news. But when you're doing kind of like the top of the hour stuff and leading into other stuff, yeah, we do. I mean, we write jokes into it and we do weird stuff. So yeah. There's so many chats. Okay. We do cues and compliments. They do cue very well in Britain. Which countries do cues well? The Belgians do cues terribly. The Germans do cues well, and the Germans do cues like so. Like the Brits love to line up in a queue. I'm just gonna piss everybody off with stereotypes in this. In my experience, British people are great at lining up in queues, and they will just do it and wait. The Germans want to be super efficient if they have to wait, and they hate to wait in space. They like to wait in time. So when they have queues, they will like give you a little code and they'll be like, this is the time you come back at, and then you can go do other things. And once you've experienced a queue like that, I think it's really hard to go back to just waiting in a long line. And then there's some countries where they don't even understand the concept of the line. Hello, Media Rex. I'm here just rubbing in various. Yeah, we did do a special assignment at a secure, undisclosed location. I did propose that one. This is pretty good view in the background. I didn't know that this was the view in the hotel last night until I got up this morning because it was completely dark, and this is such a small town. There's like no light pollution, so we couldn't really see anything last night. So I was pleasantly surprised this morning. I thought it was just darkness. In transit to a special assignment, that's also good. Gone interviewing werewolves, yes. Also correct. Aaron is filling in the donut log in the split screen now. I can appreciate the German version too. Yeah, there's certain things that the German people are great at, like engineering cars and trains, and they're pretty good at queuing and efficiency.
Clubbing, I guess.
Well, Berliners are good at clubbing. The rest of Germany, I don't know if is so good at clubbing.
How do you do a half star?
I just color it in half.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's very small.
I also put the topic in the top of the little first box, like where it's like open. So I think
Here?
the topic is transit and tacos. I don't know.
I don't see it.
Usually I do. Well, maybe I've been bad about it lately.
Oh, I see.
I'm supposed to put it in there. I'm supposed to put it in there.
What do you want to put there? Transit and tacos?
The topic. I think, yeah, transit and tacos. All right, y'all. We've got like 5 minutes left because I need to get this computer to the editor. The really funny part is that this computer we are using is my personal computer because our work computers kind of suck for video editing. So I brought this so that we could like edit efficiently on the road. So yeah, that's why.
A massive desktop system, so I
Yes.
really don't think we would be able to, let it
Well,
around.
yeah. Prox also uses a personal computer for all work editing. But that one is not portable. So
I forgot to bring washi tape, so I have to do that later.
okay. I mean, very. Oh, you did take a picture. Did you do that with a screenshot?
Yeah, it's a screen cap from the live stream.
I wondered if this was why it was taking you kind of a long time. Yes, the log should reflect completed by Aaron somewhere.
Good point.
I agree with that.
Should I say guest here?
Yeah, and you need to check the box where it says that it's a raised donut instead of like a cake donut.
Wait, why
On
is it
the
a raised
side.
donut? I put savory.
Oh, well, you could say savory too, but it's raised is the style of the donut.
Oh, okay. I'm not.
It
a
means
donut
it's
connoisseur.
yeasted. Yeah, it means it's yeasted and you can't have it during Passover.
Mm.
Maybe the handwriting probably would indicate who ate it, but
Great.
future
Should I have the,
historians will wonder whose handwriting it is. Yes.
Should I have the dessert donut now?
Wait, you got a second donut? You have to eat it in the next like 3 minutes.
This is the blueberry pancake old fashioned.
Oh, nice. That is a good one. I've had this already. You might not need to make a donut log.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Entry
I can
for
do
it.
Only one donut log. This is blueberry old fashioned pancake glaze and fresh orange zest.
Looks pretty good. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I want you to rate it and then look up my rating in that book.
Okay.
I
am
I
getting
think I only
pancake
had it
vibes.
like last week.
I am getting pancake vibes from it. Pancake glaze. I don't know what pancake
Warning,
glaze
folks.
is.
David says this live stream is going long. Hopefully it won't go too long because we need to.
Like go swimming.
No, it's not going to go that long. I mean, you can go swimming if you want to go swimming, but that only makes it later that you're going to be editing.
Again, I'm awake in the night.
I know, but I won't be awake to give you this computer.
Why I'm like, okay, do I go swimming now or later? I don't
Okay,
know.
this is solid.
I will. I think we'll be ready in like 5 minutes.
I'm a fan.
Reading everybody's comments.
Only reason I live stream is just so that I can force people to chat with me at the same time each week without leaving my house. All right, Aaron, what's your review?
This is pretty good. This is like I got the pancake vibes. I got the blueberry. I like the orange zest. I like an old fashioned. It's nice and dense. A lot of good things about this. Not the fanciest they've had, so I'm gonna give this one a solid 4 though. Should we look up what
4.
you gave it?
Yeah, I'm very curious. Did you find it in there? I think it's in there.
Wasn't that one? I was tempted to get the sweet corn fritter. There it is. Blueberry pancake
one
from
was also-
August 13th, a month ago. Ooh, you gave it a 5.
Okay. And what'd you say, 4?
I said 4. I've had better donuts from them.
I think that's what you said when you tried a donut tax of it last time as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have to say it has been lovely to do this 2 remote person live stream. And I think we should maybe figure out how to do it again. And I don't hate holding a microphone the whole time.
You're really cool with it.
I
I can be your extra hand.
I mean, usually we have like a boom mic, but all right. 4 is like a really liked it vibe, but not quite a loved it. Yeah, I agree with that, Mike. ADHD Queen said, go swimming now, have Lily leave the password on a note. We're in separate rooms, so it's more about the handoff. I set Prox up with like a whole account and everything with a password. She had the computer most of the day.
In the morning. And then I got caught up with so many meetings back to back that I was like, okay.
She shouldn't have been in the meetings, is my opinion of that.
While you were working out too.
I know, but I only did that because you reminded me about the meeting. I had already turned down the meeting.
Don't put this on me.
I don't know. It was easier for me though, because today's my normal day off. So I always say,
Be in a meeting.
I know. That's why.
It's not my day off, technically.
Yeah. Well, it kind of is because you just worked the whole weekend.
Yeah, but I'm not taking my comp off, right?
Yeah. Well, y'all, thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate it. I need to get this back to Prax. So you already told me what you were looking forward to this week. So I guess we don't have to do the normal exit. What I will say, some small housekeeping things. One, thank you, Aaron, for making this all possible. Two, keep an eye out this week on the OPB's Instagram feed. Also, if you follow me, I will like repost it. And because the first edition of our transit adventures will be coming out, hopefully, if I give this Ross to edit it.
You guys would want to watch that. It is top secret. But would be revealed very soon.
Yes. We had a very important question. Is it warm enough for swimming? Not outside. Absolutely not. Yeah, it's like 45 degrees and raining with like 14-mile-per-hour winds outside right now. It's not pleasant, which is part of why we DoorDashed our Taco Bell. But there is an indoor pool and it
is a heated pool.
And it does have a view of the lake. So you could pretend you're in the lake, but in a more pleasant temperature. I just don't want to deal with a wet swimsuit, so I'm not interested in doing it.
Deal with that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do it. That's why I said this morning.
Do we have dryers here?
No, I don't think so. And also, you can't put a swimsuit.
But like, trying to figure it out.
I mean, you can roll it up in a towel and it'll probably do okay. They might have one of those little bzz, 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 bzz things. You know what I'm talking about?
What's that?
That's the noise they make. They're bzz, you put your swimsuit in it and then you hold down the lid and it goes bzz, and then it dries your swimsuit. If you ever see one, you'll be like, oh, that is exactly what that is. I used to use one at the gym all the time when I would like go use the hot tub at the gym. You go, bzz. Yes. Thank you all for coming on my late notice stream. I suspect we will be doing this stream around the same time next Monday instead of Tuesday next week. But no guarantees. I don't have my buttons today, so I will just say go join the Patreon. And you can do that for $0. You do not have to pay to be a member. But that's where I send out like announcements that you're going to be able to see them. And you can try to turn notifications on YouTube, but it doesn't always work. So yes, go to ohmydollar.com/support, and then you can join the Patreon for $0. And that I will send out announcements as I did for this live stream. Or you could just, I don't know, hope. It'll probably be next Monday evening, most likely. So it is a spin dryer, but it's like not like a big dryer. It's one of those like, yeah, bzz, those kinds. It's the bzz. You have to do the hand motion too. Aaron says next week I'll have more time to prepare for this remote stream, so it'll be better. I think you did a fantastic job. I do need to charge several devices that were completely charged before this live stream, which I'm mildly annoyed about, but yeah. Well, until next week, I think that's it. I will see you all next week. Until next week, stay safe, stay hydrated, pet a cat if you have one available, and I will see you all soon. Bye. my off button.